Come on in. We've been waiting on you. Podcast starts in 2 minutes. Hello, Randy. Podcast starts in 1 minute. We're not used to doing a morning podcast. So you are not seeing a camera. Can you guys see me? Because it shows me here on the monitors everything is working. Okay, sometimes I may talk a little bit early before the stream reaches you, and I think that is what's happening. So yeah, next time I'll wait for that to wait a minute or so you guys make sure that you can see me. Well, the reason I wanted to come on this morning, because as you've already seen, if you were watching the national news networks, Kamala Harris came on, Joe Biden came on, and they were talking about the insurrection. Now, I have something to say about that, because what you are seeing there, and you will see it and hear it all day long, is propaganda. There was no insurrection at the Capitol building. There was not. What that was people that had infiltrated the crowd and urged them to not only come over to the Capitol building, but to go inside. Now, if you remember, the videos were shown, there were people that were saying, no, we shouldn't do that, we shouldn't do that. But then again, there were people that were encouraging them to do it, and those people were infiltrators. Matter of fact is, some of the Capitol Police that were sympathizers allowed them to come on in. But as you and I know, we've heard all our life, the people's house, the people's house, the people's house. So people actually thought, hey, the people's house, it's ours. Well, under this administration, no, it's not. And with Nancy Pelosi in charge, no, it's not. But let me point out a couple of things. 4 days before January 6th, we were warning because we were listening to the back channels. Yeah, we do that here. We were listening to the back channels and we heard plots and plans to infiltrate the crowds and do things that would make them look bad. And that included going to and into the Capitol building. We warned about this. Now let me say this. Anytime we do a protest, we plan for this kind of crap. We plan for it. And really, I blame the event organizers of the Trump rally that was held, not at the Capitol building, over at another place. I blame them because they did not inform the people. They didn't emphasize enough. Watch out for infiltrators. Do not participate. Now, I'm sure they thought the infiltrators were going to attack them. No, that wasn't the plan. The plan was to wear Trump hats and cause all kinds of hell. And they did just that. But on top of that, Nancy Pelosi made sure there was no National Guard at the Capitol building. She made sure that there was not enough Capitol Police to do the job. And let me say this, nobody in that Capitol building was ever in danger of any harm. Never. They were protected. That wasn't going to happen. And yet, you'll hear them this morning talking about the deadly insurrection. The deadly insurrection. The only person that died was one of the people that went into the Capitol building as a protester, Trump supporter, whatever you want to call them. And as far as I know, other than entering the building, she didn't do anything. She didn't tear up anything. But she was following people that were intent on causing hell. So now we hear from this guy just the other day. Yeah. That's Attorney General Garland. And let me tell you, what a piece of crap he is. He lied under oath when he is being vetted for the job of a U.S. Attorney General. And now he says they're going to go after anybody and everybody, even people that were not inside the building. Yeah. And think about that. There's been a people in jail, including Texans, that have been in jail for a year now. They've had no due process. They have had no charges filed that I know of. They're just there in limbo. Now, where have we seen this before? Where have we seen this before? Oh yeah, Waco. People were jailed with no charges, no proper investigation, no due process. So we've seen this in our community before. And we see it to this day. And why should we expect that clown, Garland, to be any different from any other Attorney General, from any other prosecutor, and let's say the prosecutors. Because I see most prosecutors as evil people. Right up there with Nancy Pelosi, right up there with Joe Biden, right up there with Kamala Harris. Let me tell you, if their mouths are moving, they're lying. And they were especially lying this morning. All that was theater. Was theater. And all they're doing is attacking Donald Trump and, of course, anybody that doesn't agree with them. That's what they're doing. That's what they're doing. And yeah, Lisa Lee, that's right. These people have been in isolation. This is insanity, what we see going on. But let me say this, everybody. This is by design, every bit of it. Every bit of it. None of this is a mistake. This is by design. And let me say, there was an insurrection, but it took place before January 6th. There was an insurrection by the BLM, and there was a coup d'etat that was being planned before the November election of 2020. Oh, yeah. Let me show you something else here. This is pretty good.
If you read the mainstream press, like, they all have Signal accounts. Text them, leak everything you can.
Making sure that we're naming what is happening as a coup.
Totally agreed. In the shutdown BC conversations that I've been having, and that's not on the federal side, we also are often saying, like, call it a coup.
Do we have any plans for how to respond if there's a coup?
On the 5th, we're going to shut down the White House.
Map the White House and know every access point so we know we can blockade it.
On the 6th, we're going to shut down larger parts of Washington, D.C.
We've been working on a target map and a framework for scenario. So where are all the police stations? Where are all the key government buildings? Who are the Trump boosters?
Members of Congress that are coming in, we're going to meet up at the airports or at Union Station and send them back to where they came from until we deal with the situation that we're in.
We are going to be in a crisis, but we want it to be one that we are creating. Whoever's got the guns,
helps to turn on the mic. Did you hear that? That was federal workers prior to the election on 2020 planning a coup d'etat. That's what that was. That was captured by Millennial Millie. She was on top of it. She was on top of it. And guess what? She turned in all that information to the crappy FBI, who's nothing more than a bunch of damn federal workers trying to use their influence on an election and set narratives every which direction that leads us towards socialism. They are in on the game, baby. Yes, they are. And there's not many on the left that are not. They're in on it. The end justifies the means, no matter what it is. And yeah, we saw riots and crap all for a freaking year. And guess what? It's still going on to this day in certain cities like Portland. These people have not gone away. Don't ever think they've gone away. They're still there. The federal workers are still there. The Antifa types are still there. The BLM types are still there. They're all still there, and they have millions of dollars to work with. Millions. But let me say this. You know, what January 6th was all about, we had just gone through the most crappy election we've ever seen in our lifetimes. It was incredible, the crap that was going on. It was incredible. And people felt that their vote meant nothing. Meant nothing. Because of all the gerrymandering that was going on in about 6 or 7 or probably more different states, including here in Texas, and they just didn't get the job done. So yeah, I hear you, Ghost. They go, I wouldn't go there. As a matter of fact, I don't go many places without my gun. Yeah. But you can see what happens when the law goes rogue. We have a president that's a thief. Well, a president not elected by me. A president that campaigned from a basement, used COVID as an excuse for everything, and still does to this day. It's insanity. But you know what? We need to, all day long, point this stuff out. We need to fight back. You can either share this video or make one, hey, jump on your social media and fight back, saying, hey, these people are a bunch of liars. The truth is not in them. But let me say this, there is some good news on the horizon. True the Vote out of Houston has video of the cheating, the ballot harvesting, stuff like that. And yeah, there's now going to be 6 states that are looking into it. It's not over, baby. It's not over. Oh, it is to the point that we're not going to see anything happen to Biden. They're all too busy lining up to protect him, unless the economy gets way worse. But let me tell you, anything's possible. And later on today, I'll post the riots that are going on overseas. Guess what? Over inflation. Over gas prices. And if you heard the podcast the other night about Germany and the things that are going on over there. So right now, what they're trying to do is damage us with a big propaganda ad. That's what it is today. It's nothing but propaganda. And if you listen to I can't stand the voice of Joe Biden anymore. I know I don't talk well anymore since my cancer, but I cannot stand to hear his voice because of a few reasons. Number one, I know he's evil. Number two, I know he's a thief. And number three, his family is benefiting off his position. But we've got to push back. We cannot let this stand. We cannot let them run over us. The days of being run over are gone. And it's like Rand Paul said the other day, hey, I'm done with YouTube. Matter of fact is, if YouTube doesn't like this podcast, screw them. Give us our third strike, we're gone, and guess what? 8,000 people are gone. They won't be watching our shit, they won't be watching their shit, they won't be able to sell their crummy products. How's that for a business plan? Yeah. And the fact is, I cannot stand stand lying. Since when did it become fashionable to be a liar 100% of the time? Yeah. So yeah, hey Lisa Lee, we do got Rumble, and I'm beginning to like Rumble more and more. And I do encourage you guys, in case we get a third strike, go ahead and join us on Rumble. You know, it is nice to know that I'm not going to get bitched at about using a video clip. It's out there on the internet for anybody and everybody to see and use. At no charge. And you guys know I like AC/DC. Yeah, I can watch that all day long for nothing. So why shouldn't I be able to use a video clip for a minute, 2 minutes, 5 minutes? Why not? If you put it on the internet, guess what? Fair game, everybody. Fair game. And yeah, we've had people threaten us over pictures and stuff we've used that we downloaded off the internet. And they threatened us. You know what we did? We told them to go to hell. Just like we tell Joe Biden to go to hell. Look at my hat. And you know, these people are let's put it this way. And you've heard me say this before. I was a Democrat at one time. I was a union organizer. We went in undercover, organized the employees, all of it on the QT. The company didn't know what was going to hit them. And then boom, once we knew we had 50% and won. And I was pretty good at picking that one. But you know what? After it was all said and done, the employees ended up worse off than they were before. And the unions I was a member of, were horrible. They're just like our politicians. They're liars and cheats. Sorry. That's the way I saw it. Too bad for them. But now I'm a constitutionalist. And as we go into the primaries, and that's coming. These people are going to be running for election. They're going to be lying to us. They're going to be telling us things that they think we want to hear. And Democrats are going to try and reinvent themselves. Yeah, that's not going to work. You know what a good economy looks like. And if you want people held accountable, you cannot vote for one of these left-wing zealots. Especially the ones that just go along. Who never challenge. They just go along. Which video was that, Charles? Yeah. He said, "Holy crap, can you send me the video? What video was that?" I'm asking. Yeah, that that video by Millennial Millie, that thing was so freaking informative. And like I said, they turned that over to the FBI. Not a single bit of action was taken on that, and they were planning a coup d'etat. Right there, you heard them. You heard them. And you know what? Those idiots haven't gone anywhere. They're still there. I can't wait for 2022 when we whip ass. And we'll see what they're going to do then. Oh yeah, they'll be back out there again with their vagina hats and all that other stuff. We'll go through that again. They'll be jumping up and down, carrying on. You know, the teachers are the worst. That's the truth of it. But hey, I want to come by this morning and just tell you that there was no insurrection on January 6th. People are still in jail over misdemeanor. Well, wait a minute. Many haven't been charged yet. They're trying to get them to take plea deals, I imagine. Some have. But they're being held for a year over misdemeanor charges. And we got a sucker in the White House that is a thief. His whole family are thieves. They are selling access, and nobody gives a damn. Nobody held accountable. 13 soldiers died on a wall in Afghanistan, and nobody held accountable. Our economy is going to hell, and nobody held accountable. All they do is get up there and lie. Lie, lie. Propaganda from the mainstream media. Don't turn that crap on. That's even your local news. Even your local news. And if we can help those guys up there in D.C. that are in jail with no charges, with no due process, we'll damn sure do it. We'll damn sure do it. With that, everybody, I want you to have a good day, regardless of all this crap that's going on. I won't listen to it. I won't listen to it because I know the truth. I know the truth. And that's all you need to know to be good with where you're at. With where you're at. 2022 is going to be, I do believe it's going to be a grand year. Changes are coming. And changes need to come fast. This is Butch, Popeye, Moss. Everybody have a great day. And we'll be back in the next couple of nights with OG. Bye-bye.